Hey, let's talk a bit about Cole Forbes then, because there's a guy who's dynamic ball in hand as well, and he can do some damage, can't he?
Well, it's the pedigree that he comes from, without talking up the New Zealand and the All Blacks, but anyone who comes from that part of the world can play rugby with their eyes closed. And, you know, Cole Forbes is one of them. I was really impressed. I saw him at the back end of last season, very different circumstances with the COVID issues that we had and no fans in the stadium. But he's a player that is going to light up some stadiums in this URC competition this season. And again, you talk about the basics of the game. He's absolutely got that with the pedigree that he's got. Under the high ball is tackling, but it's this kind of stuff in open play. And, you know, this art tennis, you'll know more about this than me, but the kicks through and stuff like that is the real added bonus that players can bring.
Yeah, and what's really impressive about him, especially on that first try, was getting back in position and the support lines and little offloads there, running the lines. Look, that's the most important thing, and that's what you want from a strike runner out wide, is to run into those spaces that's been created with the little offloads. Yes, like the little dink, just to change the point of attack. So, but ultimately you want him to get ball in hand and create those opportunities, and most importantly, finish the opportunities.
And often you think of a guy of that quality, you know, when he plays in Scotland, you think, has he come here with an injury or something? You know, what's he carrying with him? No, he's fit and he's good and he's up for it.
Yeah, of course he is. And it's about opportunity. We were talking about some of the South African players that are now coming up to play in the URC. You know, the momentum's gathering around Northern Hemisphere rugby. Well, we know it's been gathering for years and years, but there's a real opportunity for someone like Cole Forbes. I don't know what his international ambitions are, but I'm sure that they are there. You know, if he's from New Zealand, there's probably a bit of Scottish in him somewhere along the way, without doubt. If he's from Dunedin, all the roads are Scottish names. There's a Hamilton Road down there as well, actually. But yeah, he's a fantastic player. The big thing will be in the poor conditions. You know, under the high ball, and you know, you look at the best 15s, Geordie Barrett under the high ball. You know, just to speak of one down in New Zealand, that's going to be the real test. When you've got the ball in hand, you can put the chips through. It all looks great. But when the balls go up in the winter and you've got to be brave up there, that's going to be the real test for him.